What? What? Say it again, Sheldon. What? Say it again. Say it again. Sheldon. Okay, go down. Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be grafting a couple of peach scions that I was gifted by a friend of mine. This is the old school kind of peach trees that everyone had in their yards before. It's different than the store-bought peaches. They're much smaller and kind of on the sour side. And my grandma used to make pickles with them, and they're because they're kind of sourish, they're great for making pickles. Anyway, my friend gifted me a scion, and so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to graft it onto a plum tree of mine, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so there's a couple of things that you're going to need besides your scion. You need a clean knife. I cleaned it with some rubbing alcohol before coming out here because you don't want to spread disease from one scion to the other. And you're also going to need this parafilm tape, which is a stretchy sort of waterproof tape that will help lock in the moisture and the humidity, create sort of like a greenhouse effect, to keep your scion viable while the two scions fuse together. Okay, so first I need to wrap this scion up, and I'm gonna leave like about 1.5 inches on the bottom because that's the part that I'm gonna insert into the plum branch. So this is parafilm tape, and I bought it off eBay for like $6. I need to wrap this and wrap all these little buds, because from these little buds they're going to pop out little leaves once the graft catches. While this tape is fairly strong and you can stretch it, it's not so strong as to prevent these new buds from popping out once they get ready to form and turn into little leaves. So sort of sticks onto itself, keeps the rain out, and so it'll keep your scion viable and healthy, and it won't let it dry out before the graft takes. Okay, we'll just stick it onto itself. So right here is my burgundy plum that I got from Paradise Plants over in Gila. And I planted it earlier in the spring. And now the cool thing about this plum tree is that it's a member of the stone fruit family. And so what that means is I can graft other stone fruit trees onto this plum tree because they belong to the same family. So if I wanted to, I could add a nectarine or a pluot or an apricot onto this same tree. And this one tree will be bearing all those different fruits. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off this branch down here, and I'm going to make a slit in the middle of this branch, and then I am going to shave the bottom of my scion like an arrow. See, get out of the picture. And I'm going to insert it in the slit here so that the cambium layers touch each other, and then they'll be able to heal. And then the top portion of this branch will then become the peach tree. All right, so I'm gonna go in here and I'm going to cut this branch off right here. It's kind of painful, but here we go. Okay, I'm gonna pull off these plum leaves because I don't want any other leaves to grow to branch out from there. So what I did was I made about a 1-inch cut in the top of this plum branch that I topped off, and I am going to cut the scion for the peach tree in the shape of an arrow, and I'm going to sit it in there and match up the cambium layers so that they can heal together. So I'm gonna make a cut like a wedge here. And there you can see it's like an arrow, and this is gonna sit in that slit that I made in the plum tree. Oops, get it to focus there. Okay, and that bright green right there, that's the cambium layer. Those are the two parts of the branch that need to touch in order to heal together and form one single branch. Okay, so here's the little slit I made right there in the plum tree, and here is the pointy arrow shape I made from the peach tree. I'm just going to slide it right in here, and the cambium layer is on the edge of this plum tree right underneath the bark. So because this branch is a little smaller, I'm gonna scoot this peach tree scion off to the edge here so that the cambium layers can line up right at the edge. Okay, then I'm gonna get my paraffin tape. I'm gonna wrap it up so that the water stays off of it while it heals. Okay. Oops. And you just pull it taut like this. And you don't have to come back and take this off. It's just gonna break off once the little buds come out. Got a little bit more to wrap up here. So I don't want the water to get into it until it's ready. Okay. And that's that. So I'm gonna mark this with a plastic tag, and we'll wait and we'll see what happens, and hopefully it'll catch. All right, thanks for watching. Hey, Sheldon, look up. Smile. Smile. You don't want to smile? Okay, don't smile.